Rumors say that in Blox Fruits, we might get a new fighting style, Divine Art. It was supposed to work almost the same way as Sanguine Art, which I currently consider the most beautiful fighting style. And in this game, we can access the fighting style. It's not the official one from Blox Fruits, but the fighting style is here. As soon as you enter the game, it's very similar to Blox Fruits, and I'm going to end up choosing my game. I've already started playing, and the whole system is identical to Blox Fruits, and I've even been defeated already. We already start with the basic combat, but it seems like it doesn't work. And to unlock the first ability, I need 110 mastery, and I also already have the awakened human race. The best part is that this game has a bunch of commands. One of these commands is the level command, and you can end up here at, I don't know, level 100,000, 10,000. I set myself here at level 100,000, which is a lot, and now I pretty much have infinite energy. Our combat, which has 110 mastery on the first ability, I can just type in the max mastery command. That way, we unlock all the abilities of our fighting style, and in no time at all, I managed to get 600 mastery. It's like I became an admin in Blox Fruits, and there are a few more commands I can use. I currently have 100 bounty, but if I type this command with a random number, my bounty goes up instantly, and I can make it even better. I'm going to add even more zeros. There were so many numbers that Blox Fruits actually glitched, and now my bounty is the highest of all. I'm at level 100,000, but I still don't have any abilities. I don't have teleportation, armament hockey, or anything like that. And to get those things, I need money. And to get money, I just type this command and the amount I want. I put in 100 billion, and I think that's enough. Now I need to go back to the starting island, and by talking to the NPCs, I'll unlock the abilities. I don't know what this NPC does, but I'm going to end up doing what he's asking. Oh, by talking to him, I'm going to spin for a fruit. And the fruit I got was the spin fruit, but that's not important for now. And it's with this NPC that I'm going to get the abilities. The first ability is double jump, and it costs 10,000. The second ability is armament hockey, and it costs 25,000. And now the last ability, which costs 100,000, is teleportation. Now I already have all the abilities I needed, but my admin powers aren't over yet. If I type the speed command with a really high number, I'll get super fast. I get so fast that the game glitches out. At that speed, I can't really play properly. So I ended up lowering my speed to 50, and even then, it's still a lot. At this speed, I can go from one island to another without any trouble at all. Check this out. I crossed several islands all at once. Look how fast I can swim. I'm already super fast, but I'm going to set my speed to 100 to see if I can get even faster. I think I did get faster, but I can't really tell the difference. Now I'm on Frank's Island, and my mission is to get to the Colosseum, and the only thing I can do is run. I have to make it there without touching the water. I don't think I got enough momentum, and unfortunately, I couldn't make it to the Colosseum. I can also grab any fruit I want, whether it's a rocket fruit or even the dragon fruit. But now, the most anticipated moment has arrived, the fighting style. And by using this command, I'll be able to get our fighting style. It goes straight into our inventory. The animation already looks really nice. I think some things could definitely be improved, but it's already working really well. And now, to unlock the abilities of our new fighting style, I just need to type this command with the fighting style equipped, and that way we'll unlock all the abilities. Now that I've unlocked all the abilities, I just need to test them out. Using the first fighting style, nothing happened. I think it was just bugged before. Now, when I hold the ability, an angel appears in my shadow with the awakened angel race in V4. Now, when we release the ability, it goes, whoa, damn. It's even more beautiful than I thought. I couldn't even really understand it. I'll try one more time. At first, it ends up being really buggy, but you just have to wait until it works. I'm testing it here several times, but it's not working. But I'll try to play the replay a few more times. But from what I understood about the first ability, there's a golden glow around my body, and that way we deal damage. And right after that, the glow attacks the NPC. As for the second ability, when I hold it, nothing happens. But now, when we release the ability, there are several explosions on the ground, kind of like the lightning fruit. I think I can equip it here just so we can test it out. Now that the abilities are unlocked, it's just a matter of testing them. But for some reason, the lightning fruit is completely bugged. So for now, we'll just have to imagine it. But I think you get what I mean. It's a really good ability. It hits an area and activates really fast. Look how easily I can defeat the NPC. And there must be something else happening for those watching, because on my screen a golden current flashes by. What I wanted to test one more time was the first ability, and it looks like it's working again. Now using the ability, there are some angels. When we use it, we release an angel's claw. We launch an attack kind of like a click, except with this click, 3 angels come out at the same time. It's only working on this NPC, and only when I'm close to it. I'm going to use the ability one more time, and it's 3 angels in the shape of a claw, with a chain connecting them. And meanwhile, there's a golden aura around me, kind of like the sound fruit. I think I actually prefer this first ability over the second one. But for PvP, defeating bosses and NPCs, I think the second ability is easier to use. And now it's time for the last ability, which is supposed to be the strongest of them all. When you hold it, you take on a weird form, kind of like a ghost, floating, and your body shakes a lot. Now, when you release the ability, you end up in another space-time and attack the enemy. This ability here is completely different from what I expected. It looks a lot like the ability. It looks a lot like the Portal Fruits ability, and we end up creating a dimension that's just ours. I'm trying to use it here, but unfortunately the fruit is also bugged, but it really does look a lot like the Portal Fruit. We created a dimension that's just ours. It's a really beautiful dimension, but it doesn't last very long. And from what I understand, you can't really do much in this dimension. I'm going to attack the enemy and try to use the ability, but the game completely glitched out. At this point, I don't even know where I am. I ended up back at what looked like the start screen, but without the menu. I had to restart the game because it was totally bugged. But now, once again, using the abilities, I found the first ability really beautiful, and I think it works well for making combos, especially for those who like to do PvP. With the second ability, even from a distance, we can attack. I don't know if it's because in this game, I can use any command, but the range of this attack is just insane. Look at how far away I am, and I still managed to hit the enemy. Blox Fruits probably won't leave it like this, and will end up fixing it. And the last ability, which in my opinion is the best of all, and also the most beautiful, and for some reason, I ended up inside my own attack. But I couldn't really see much because you don't last long inside that dimension, but you can see a few things, a lot of golden stuff, like cracks in space-time. It's just a bit hard to find the moon. And now, some other interesting things about this game. You can go to any island here in the first sea, and best of all, it's not just the first sea, there's also a second sea. Now here in the second world, it won't just be the second world that will exist. The third world also exists, but from what I can tell, the second world is completely bugged. But I'm going to take the opportunity to test our new fighting style, using it here on the enemy. I didn't really understand how it worked. Look, I used it again. There were two people side by side, but the attack only hit one of them. But I still can't quite figure out how this attack actually works. Either way, I can't wait for this fighting style to come to Blox Fruits, but we already know that's going to take a long time. Another interesting thing that I ended up forgetting is that if I type this command here in the chat, I'll end up getting a fruit, but it's a random fruit. I can type this command several times in the chat, and every time I'll get a different fruit, which is really cool. I managed to get the mammoth fruit twice, the doe fruit, the phoenix fruit, the kitsune fruit, the paw fruit, but it's the old paw fruit. But there's also the new paw fruit here in this game. And I also managed to get the gravity fruit, the diamond fruit, rubber, and several other fruits. But let me know in the comments what you think about this game, and especially what you think about the new fighting style.